Good evening. It is myself and Alex. Dan's all about Arsenal. Alex is here. We're a couple of men down this week. You know, a bit like Arsenal are full strength, pretty much now, and we're two men down. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So we got Vinny's out. He said he's like the Calafiori of the team at the moment, and Josh has got a couple of sick kids. So we've just us tonight, mate. Just us. It's all good.
Just us. Yeah.
I mean, we've got a fair amount to talk about, and I kind of thought of this like, what did we just witness yesterday, kind of thing. It was a very, very disappointing afternoon, I think, for all Arsenal fans out there. And this is kind of for me more of a therapy session, just to kind of, I suppose you've had 24 hours to kind of let it settle in and go, and then talk about how we feel about it, how we feel about the game, what we thought went wrong. And mate, how did you feel, mate? Build up to the game. What was your thinking yesterday?
Build up. Yeah, I was really excited, especially off the back of that Inter Milan game. And then the team came out, and I was like, yeah, really good squad. I was happy seeing Capio back.
Yeah,
and then I was really looking forward to it. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, yeah, no, I was looking forward to it. I literally had no worries, no concerns going into this game. I think we'd all spoken before, and we were like, positive results coming. We're all predicted a 3-1, a 3-0, a 2-1, all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, I put the 3-1, I think, down. I thought we might concede. I just felt it was going to be that kind of game where we could concede. But I think for me, what was bizarre was like, we had a really solid start, and I thought this is great.
Yeah.
And I kind of almost thought that we'd gone in quite full on, full paced, a bit like the Inter game, and then it kind of almost like we burnt ourselves out quite quick. And it's almost like the amount of games we've had. When I kind of thought about this in reflection, I was like, we've played so many more games across the season than Man United, and I don't want to bring out excuses, but I all go, well, they're not in Europe. They've been knocked out the cups already. So we've played a hell of a lot more.
They're not in anything except the Premier League. They're just in the Premier League. Yeah.
Yeah, the Prem is all they're playing for, and obviously they've got, you know, the game of last week. They're off the back of Man City, which, you know, fair play. They've found a little bit of form, and that was my concern going in a little bit.
Yeah,
but I felt we fielded a solid team. You know, I had no issues with the lineup. In all honesty, going in, I was like, okay, let's do this. And from the buzz and how dominant we were in the first sort of 25 minutes, half an hour, until we got our own goal, I suppose. But it was, I thought Timber should have been, you know, given that.
Yeah, he was going in.
Exactly. He's caught him, like, come on. It was a bit ridiculous, but as soon as that kind of goal went in, it kind of we just
went a bit flat. Yeah,
it's just bizarre. Like the amount of passes, mate, we had going.
It went loose, didn't it?
Yeah, it was odd, and I just felt we were quite uncharacteristic of how we've been playing. You know.
Yeah.
So it frustrated and baffled me.
I think it is kind of like what you said, though. I think it is down to not making excuses. You know, you're trying to pull something out of the fact that we just lost at home for the first time this season, which was gutting. Losing to Villa, like when we'd only lost to Liverpool all season, and we lost to Villa. We didn't lose for like 2.5, 3 months. Yeah. You know, it's like it's difficult because you kind of focus on it and you think really negative, but like they have played a lot of games, and that's making an excuse. They played a lot of games, but we played well. Like we played well, like up to that game, up to the first after the first half an hour of that game. I don't know what happened, but all I can say is that they're tired. Like they're struggling to be in all these competitions, and I mean, did they actually feel the pressure of Man City and Aston Villa winning?
definitely.
Um,
I think we said
but
yesterday before about starting first or playing the game
yeah,
first before the others, and it almost was like we seem to go out and play better. Like we've got to, we've got to. When
yeah,
the pressure was on, and is that affected them? But I think we'll never truly know. But I think it's just got to be like kind of where we think and what we think of it. But I
yeah,
think for me the passing kind of just led astray, and everyone was making it. It was not just one person. Obviously,
no,
Zubimendi, bless him, was at fault for the first goal, which we
yeah,
gifted Menu, which was like you saw it and you went, what? He's still like, and
yeah,
even then though you go, it's all right, these things happen. We'll still, you got loads of time, but it did change, and it just never
yeah,
got better, and you just thought, when's it going to end? And I started, I think even the fans have probably lost their head a little bit. I don't know about you,
yeah,
but I was just getting worried and frustrated. Then we equalised. I thought, oh, Jesus
yeah,
Christ, I'll take a 2-2.
yeah.
Let's
But
find out.
how long did it take to equalise though? It was
A
what eight?
long
It's like
time.
the 80th minute, or in the 80s, and I was screwing at the TV watching it, like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like what am I watching? When he made the subs, and I'm not gonna lie, I screwed at a few players watching the TV,
Mm.
and one of them was Eze.
Oh yeah.
Eze, like it was like 80 minutes. This was when we were 2-1 down, and he was walking. He was
Yeah.
walking with the ball. I'm like,
Frustrating as
we're
hell, isn't it?
2-1 down at home. Why are you walking? Like
Yeah.
that wound me up like something rotten. I just thought, what are you playing at? And I think it's kind of like what Vieira said afterwards, that
Mm.
so there wasn't someone there like pushing them, like
Yeah.
saying, come on, get your heads up, like we need to win this game, like we want to win this game. We're at home, we haven't lost all
Mm.
season. And yeah, he wound me up, and so did a couple of players wound me up watching that. But
I mean, yeah,
yeah, it was
it was
difficult. Yeah,
not good.
it was like, yeah, we got the equaliser, and I thought we could actually nick this. And then 7 minutes added time. I was like, oh come on, like
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a big
Exactly that.
chunk of time. All right, okay.
We'll take
And
that.
then
Yeah.
what? It was like a couple of minutes later, wasn't it? A great goal, like
I couldn't
great goal
believe
by
it. To be honest with
Cunha.
you. Yeah.
Cunha, yeah. But like
I
we,
mean,
that's
there were
what we
two like
lacked. We lacked
two
something like
two
that.
amazing goals.
Yeah, we lacked
Yeah.
that spark. Someone just having a go like that. We lacked that in that game.
Mm.
It's just always
I
like gone
agree. I
back to
mean,
passing it.
yeah, it's frustrating, mate, isn't it? Like, why can't we be more direct? Why can't we play a ball over the top? Why can't we
Yeah,
go rather than ticky tacking around the outskirts of the box? It's frustrating. Um, and I've just had a look at the player ratings on because I use a Flash Score. Is a
yeah,
app I've always used, and they give player ratings on here, which I think I've covered before. I know Vinny sort of said about doing player scores, but when you look at all players in that game, the highest rated player on the whole pitch they've got down as Marino at 7.9, followed by Kuna, Embuemo, and Dorgu at 7.8s and fives. And you just think, I mean, he had a few. He scored the goal, it was a scrappy goal and everything else, and he probably was the
yeah,
better player on the pitch. But I was really struggling to sort of mark anyone positive. I think, but he had three shots in that space of time, which
right,
he was on for limited minutes. So actually,
yeah,
oh, but yeah, mate, just a bad day at the office. I think we've got to rule
yeah,
it off and try not lose our heads and almost go, okay, we're still we're holding on to 4 points now, which we're making it harder for ourselves.
yeah.
And
But we're
I've
still
probably just
four
not been
points
used to
clear.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's it. Like, but we're still four clear. One thing, I stayed off social media on last night, because I just all the hate we've had for winning.
yeah,
I just want to. I thought we are going to get absolute, but I've been disappointed by the Arsenal. A lot of the Arsenal fan, like some of the posts that you see, like that are Arsenal fans. Some of the things that they've been saying. I've seen so much Arteta out. Like
oh mate,
we've
come on.
we've lost we've lost 3 games all season. Three.
Mm. Yeah,
Like,
exactly that.
and like I've just seen like a lot of negative like proper negative stuff. Like people just going, "Oh, Arteta's time's up." Like we're top of the Champions League table. We're
Yeah.
3-2 up in the Carabao Cup semi-final, and we're going
Hmm.
home. And hopefully, we have a better day at the office than we did yesterday.
Yeah.
Um, FA Cup, like it's still a long way to go. And that we're in the next round of that. We're top of the Premier League by 4 points. Yeah, get the manager out like that. That
Makes sense.
that's exactly what they've done to what's his name? Arnie Slot. He said some things, but anyway, I was going to
Yeah.
say about what was that? The Tottenham manager that won in the
Postecoglou.
Postecoglou. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Win us a trophy and you're fired.
Yeah. Mate, I mean, it was a bizarre thing all round, wasn't it? You think you give him at
Yeah.
least, the next season. He's won something. I know it's 17th, but there was
The,
no
what,
patience there at all.
the one that stuck with me the most, like just along those lines, was Ranieri for Leicester.
Oh yeah,
Won
yeah.
won the Premier League, and then the next season they weren't doing too great. He didn't even get through the next season. I don't think they sacked him. Like
I do think there's an issue here with like people getting sacked way too easily. Like,
way
yeah, having a
too
bad run
easily.
results, but like
Yeah,
look at how competitive the league is. Like Bournemouth beat Liverpool 3-2 at the weekend.
yeah. Last
City
minute.
and Liverpool, Aston Villa. I mean, they had some better results this weekend, but not that no one's winning like easily. I
No.
had some interesting stats and stuff I'd had up. It's on my phone actually, but it was all different teams. You're just showing like they've gone and won in Europe really easily. They've come and played Burnley and lost. And you just go, it's hard. It's a really hard bloody league to actually do anything decent in,
Yeah.
and that's what I mean. I'm annoyed. I'm pissed off about the result yesterday purely because of maybe I hate Man United from the '90s and what we've got from
Yeah.
that
hundred
side of things.
percent. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of where
Yeah.
we were, you know, grew up, if you like, with that competitive
Yeah.
side, and Man United were the ones to beat. And now they haven't been
Yeah.
on it for God knows how long, and how many managers have gone through. I think that's why it hit and hurt harder. I think, to be
Mm.
honest with you, but I'm not like I'm annoyed and frustrated, but I'm not out. Never Arteta out. I don't think on that side.
Nah.
Arteta's not passing the ball incorrectly or over hitting it or running the ball out. Like it's not
Nah.
on him. There's an element of coaching, yes, and tactics, yes. That's on him, but I think there's a lot to do with the players yesterday. I think, in my
Yeah.
opinion, like
Yeah.
it's you got. That's what I mate. Honestly, I was just like, oh, and I'm dreading going to work. So I work with a load of. You got a Scouse, I've got a Tottenham, like I've got a Chelsea. Fact, like I'm surrounded by them. Well, I
I've
don't know
got.
what's
I've
your
got.
work like, mate. They big into
Uh,
football.
I've got a couple of Arsenal fans, and then there is a United fan, and he weren't in today.
Oh, really?
I'll get it tomorrow, but because
Yeah.
yeah,
Deep
last
Arsenal.
week he said to me, we done you a favour, like when they beat Man City, we've done you a favour. Why don't you make the most of it? I went, we still got a point.
Yeah,
We still got 1 point against Forest, but yeah, yeah, he'll be giving me some stick tomorrow. But I'll say, what are you going to win this season? But you could,
literally nothing, mate.
the only thing you've got a chance of winning is the Premier League, and yeah. So you've got to hope that Arsenal, Man City, and Aston Villa
Drop off
all fall off. Yeah, which I
Yeah, I
don't. And,
mean,
and you've got to carry on going at this level. Yeah,
yeah.
you've had 2 good games. Yeah,
Let's see how you do when you lose again, and you
yeah,
lose to like someone stupid, lower level, and
yeah,
you'll be like, and then you'll be like Carrick out, and it all lasts
yeah,
literally
yeah,
5 minutes. Like
yeah,
it's honestly, we as fans, I know we are probably like our fans are the worst in the sense of we're so
yeah,
reactive. Like support your team, and I think how did you feel
yeah.
about there was elements of booing from the crowd, and this is not all fans by any means, but there was some booing heard, from Arsenal fans after the
I didn't.
game.
After the game, yeah,
Yeah.
literally full time whistle went. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I
Um,
turned it off, but
yeah,
I've heard it since, and I'm like, really?
yeah, I
I'm
haven't
like,
seen that. Yeah,
no, yeah, I heard it,
no,
mate, and I was like, I wanted to ask it because I was like, mate, like, I'm not being funny. The boys, the players, our team, you still support them regardless if you win, lose, or draw. And we're just, yeah, we're lucky. We haven't seen many losses this season, like you said. Like we've lost 3 games,
yeah,
and look, typically it's from like wonder strikes. A goal we shouldn't have given away, and two
yeah,
fantastic goals. Hats
yeah,
off to both goal scorers and that. So Mbuemo was a given. Like Dorgu, I
Yeah.
thought he took it well. There was an element of
Do you
luck.
think
I
that was?
don't, there was
Do you think that was a
a
handball?
handball.
It was.
When I watched it at the time, I was a bit like, it was hard to see because it was that first, did he put it behind him? And I
Yeah.
mean, it's in slow time, everything's like tricky,
Yeah.
but I think it was worse. The Maguire one, I think, was worse. In
Yeah.
all honesty, because he
Bounced
was
up and hit
going
his hand,
down,
but he was going
but
down. Yeah.
yeah, but before he's even hit the ground, he's hit his hand. So I kind of thought they had a bigger shout to be maybe picked up, and I was a bit, you get again. I didn't think it was, but I just go, and I just think it could have just been gone away. But we're the ones who messed up that game. Not It's not
Yeah.
Man United
No,
won that we
it's
lost it.
not.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and it's not a couple of decisions that went against us for some very not. They weren't deliberate handballs. Right.
No.
Either of them, like so you can't put it down to we should have had a penalty. Um, to pull out a draw against Man United, sometimes you need to be humbled yourself, and
Yeah, and I
we
think we
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 were
were a
we
little
were
bit.
going that way. We were going. I said it a couple of weeks ago before the Forest game that I thought
Mm,
that we'd win that game 1-0 and it's going to be shaky. We ended up drawing
yeah.
0-0. We didn't score for 2 games, and
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah,
But
that's my opinion of the
no, it's
Man
tough.
United game. Yeah.
It's tough on that side of things. I want to. I'm going to try something, Alex. So we've got
Mm.
there's a thing on here. I'm going to post in the comments for people who are watching. Purely, I'm going to post a link in yeah, if I can, if it will let me. Though I can. It's not letting me. I was going to see if I can post a link in here for too. I can do it this way. So if anyone wants to like jump on and have a chat and have a rant, like I invite it on. We're a few men down, but obviously if people are watching and want to get involved in the chat, I invite you on. I'm going to stick it in a link and see what happens. But rant, welcome. So, but the game, I think we've got an easy game coming up. Realistically, we're going back to Champions League this week, isn't it?
Mm.
To see what happens, and I think we're gonna smash this team up. It's gonna be a well rotated side, and then we've got Leeds coming up next weekend, which again,
Leads
good
away.
side, good side. I know we beat them 5-1 at
They've
the
had
start of the
they've had
season.
some good results, and they've
Yeah,
lost. I've watched a few of their games in the last few weeks, and like they've lost like near the end, or they've played really well and lost. It was kind of like
yeah.
Burnley before they started to hit a little bit of form. Was
For sure.
they were playing well but losing,
And that's the
and
thing. I think
yeah,
they're a deadly team. They're quite, a team that began about their business. They've been getting
mm.
points. They're not flying when we look at the sort of standings
Was
overall.
it Calvert Lewin? He was on a bit of was he
But he's
was
been
he
playing
knocked in
well.
a couple more?
Scoring goals funny. They're playing tonight. It's 1-0 Leeds at the moment. So
No,
as
is
we're
it?
filming, mate,
Is that
Everton.
Everton? Yeah.
Yeah. So who scored? So Justin. I don't know the player. I'm not, unfortunately, but I wondered if it was him. If he was, I think he's playing, but he's the one to kind of watch out for. But Calvert Lewin's playing not well, by the looks of it. But then midfielder Stash, I think his name is. But yeah, so
Oh,
Justin,
Stack.
but Stash must have.
Yeah,
Oh, Stack is it? So he must
yeah,
have. He's rated at currently at 9.0, where Justin the score is
it's
8.5. You
good.
think,
Yeah,
well, he must be doing all
yeah,
right. So, but it's that's the game. I think we've just got to get back on track, and we normally react really well off the back of a defeat, a bad game, a draw, a game
yeah.
we should have won. But we got Kairat, isn't it? Midweek as well is our next game up and coming. We'll have a look at that. So that's on Wednesday. Yeah, Kairat Almaty at home. And again, it's bottom of the league, aren't they, of the standings of the
Mm,
Champions League. So again, it should be a team that, they've conceded 19 goals, scored 5. For us, they haven't won a single game.
yeah.
Um, let's
Cool.
see what happens. We should spank them, but it's more of a case of get back on track, find your feet again. But I think they should rotate, give everyone a rest. Everyone's shattered, I think, is the honest answer.
Mm. We haven't
Agree, mate?
we haven't spoken about something positive, which was Wednesday
Sorry,
in
mate, I lost
Inter.
it.
We haven't spoken
Yeah,
about Inter Milan.
No, we should do. Like, let's spin it on a positive because obviously we've had a
Yeah,
Man United rant, but the Inter game, unbelievable, mate. To be fair, and it was a game. It was a bit of a nothing game in the sense of going into it, wasn't it? Because we were like, it
yeah.
doesn't really matter if we win or draw, but we want to go and beat and compete, and we walked over them.
They beat us last season, didn't they? At
Yeah,
their place.
comfortably.
I think 1-0. I think it was, but
Yeah. It was
yeah,
1-0. Yeah, and I think
yeah,
we haven't beat an Italian side for so many times or
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that, and that was
yeah,
another annoying stat. But I think we went and proved our kind of worth and what we can do and what we bring
yeah.
to European games. But that's what I mean. European football is so different, isn't it? They're so much more open and come to
So
play.
different.
Where all these
But
other
they needed
teams,
3 points.
yeah, they needed it. They needed to win to like move on. But and what's frustrating about I don't know it's European fans, but fans in a stadium like the San Siro, they were even losing, they were still cheering and singing. Where
Yeah, yeah,
we noticed that he went quiet at the Emirates, and that's what frustrates me about the fans. You still got to
yeah,
still support them, boost them up. They're not having a good
yeah,
time. We've all had a bad day, but we need to back our team all the way. Support the team.
yeah.
So, but we'll just talk about the
That is,
goals, then, mate.
yeah. I was just going to say that is something that's really good about European football is the fans and the way they sing like the whole game. They're
The
just
whole game.
loud. Yeah,
It's so good. I mean, I do enjoy. I like even when you go to the Emirates and the away support is always unbelievable.
yeah,
It's always and
yeah.
normally
It's
like
really good.
European
Yeah,
teams. We've been to a couple of games like that, mate, and they're always
yeah,
going off. They're always like celebrating. The scars are always out. They're in force and
yeah,
they're well up for it. Even though they know it's probably going to be a tough night for them, especially a team who's
yeah,
dominated, not lost a game. Um, but we go ahead and smash it 3-1. Obviously,
yeah.
man of the moment was Jesus, obviously.
Jesus. Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's nice to see him scoring, and he's kind of feel like he was getting back. Hence, he got the start of the weekend, and it was a little bit of quite a few people involved in the build up to that goal as well.
yeah.
Um,
It's poacher's goal as well, wasn't it? Like it was good little. Got his foot on the end of it and
yeah,
guided it in. That was a good goal, the first one that he
it was
scored.
decent, and I think because I don't know if you knew, like, I don't know if you watched it, Alex, but me and Josh did a watch along because he come
Yeah,
round.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was quite silly. We talked absolute garbage, but it was fun to watch it and sort of see reactions of the goals going in and watching it back and all that kind of stuff. And we were talking about the set pieces then because I was watching Trossard at the back and they all run in. I was like, one of them normally hangs back, and it kind of
yeah.
that ball swang all the way around, didn't it? And obviously put it
Mm.
back in. And of all the people, it's one of the shortest players there. Jesus just fell to him perfectly for
Yeah,
a knock in as well. And it's like, go on, Jesus. Go on, Jesus. Solid game. But
I
and
watched
then
it.
we nearly had the blinder of a goal.
I was watching you when that
Oh,
goal
did
went
you?
in because I think Josh said he said something like, "Oh, we need to make the most of these set pieces." He said something
Yeah.
like that because I made him right. Like we'd had a few of them. We need to do something from one of them, and then we scored. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, man. No, it was good. And we got I'll shout John Fire because he's in there. Cheers, lads. Love to the family. The black it was Arsenal shirt. The black kit was probably my favourite kit a few years ago, a few seasons ago. The black and gold was unbelievable.
Yeah,
But it wasn't a good game. And United, yeah, it's all good. Look, we'll come back. We've beat you once. You've beat us once. Game on, and enjoy maybe European football if you carry on. I think that's generally what's going to happen.
yeah,
You're not going to
yeah,
get much else, I think. But fair play. You've had a bad couple of years. There's a geezer who hasn't shaved his hair because you can't win 5 games in a row for a long time. So we've all seen him on
yeah,
Instagram. Poor kid. So try and win. You got 2 in a row. He's got 3 more to go. Let's see what happens.
yeah,
I'd love to see the video of
yeah,
him shaving it off. But that's his Instagram famous for it. So, but mate, the obviously we had the final goal for us against Inter was a goal I think we'd been waiting for from Jokovic, obviously
Oh,
coming on as an
Gyökeres, a
impactor,
proper goal. Yeah, and a proper
proper
goal
goal.
for him to score, not a scrappy one.
No, I
A,
mean he always
his
cocked it
pass
up
was
with
scrappy to Saka.
I saw
It's like he won
his
two
right to
himself,
beat.
basically.
Yeah, it was
He just
like
smacked
funny.
it into the back of Saka's foot. and then got it again. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the way he took it though, top bins essentially, and that's the
yeah,
goal. Kind of the goals we bought him for, as far as I'm
yeah,
concerned, was I've seen videos and videos of highlights of him banging goals in left, right, and centre, and at the moment he's not really. He's had more scrappy
yeah.
goals than that, But all may it continue, but his
Oh,
impact wasn't felt.
that pass from Martinelli as well.
Unreal. Is it? Was it
Yeah,
Trevella outside of the
yeah.
foot? Bang.
Outside of his foot. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I was
That was a
surprised.
wicked pass.
We didn't see him at the weekend at all, which was just really surprised about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They brought on. They put
Put
Madueke
Saka,
on in Saka's position, and then put Saka on the other side.
yeah. Which don't get me
Which
wrong. At one point, I was like, okay, are you going to switch back and forth? Because I've seen that done before. But it was a bit of an odd. I mean, he was trying stuff, wasn't he? But
he
when Breen
was,
sit
he
too
should have
often,
tried Martinelli.
He's good for a goal. He pops up in big moments, and he
Yeah,
can score a goal. Especially
yeah,
like what was it? Man City. With the Eze
yeah.
pass, like
As they passed
previously.
and he dinked Donnarumma. Yeah,
Yeah, which is exactly the kind of goals that Man United were scoring on the day, which we've gone back to Man United, but that's the kind of thing that, was
yeah,
happening really. They were getting us on the break, kick over the top, couple of little lucky little kind of hits, and that's all it takes to win a game these
yeah.
days,
It doesn't
so
matter
it's
having all the possession, does it?
no,
It literally doesn't mean anything if you're not if there's no balls going in the back of the net.
no,
Have the
exactly. And we've
ball,
seen
have 90% possession, but if you're not scoring a goal, we didn't have a
no
shot on target for. Oh, it
ages.
popped up on the screen. It was like
Like
40
50
minutes,
minutes.
something like that. 50
It was
minutes, yeah.
a long time, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Like,
Oh,
let's just
come on.
take a shot. Yeah, like even smash it from outside the box. We've had more success,
Yeah.
I think, outside the box this season than like any time before that I remember.
Mm.
But
There was a good header. The keep went straight to the keeper though. I can't remember who got the header. Was it Zimmermendi?
um, I can't
I think
recall, Alex.
there was a free kick that went in, and
Hmm.
it went just above the goalkeeper. The header. I think it was Zimmermendi. I'm
Oh
not
yeah. Oh
not
no.
100%.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think it was from a was it a free kick or a corner or something like that.
Free
But their
kick.
keeper did all right. He had a good game.
Yeah, yeah. He made a couple of saves.
Yeah, he did. He
What
did
it's
well.
yeah.
He was punching corners out. He was
Yeah,
winning the
he was.
ball.
He looked positive on corners. I was like, oh, we're not. Yeah, corners
Definitely
ain't doing
doing
well
good.
this game. Yeah,
I'm curious to see actually looking at the player stats where they kind of rated him. What was his Lamens? Yeah, I mean he was 6.8, but I thought just pretty deserved better more than that. I don't quite understand the the scorings of this, but there was a
yeah,
lot of Arsenal players in the bottom half. Yeah, I mean Raya being the lowest. Odegaard, Timber didn't have a great game.
mm,
Madueke, Gyökeres, but I mean, is there enough time? Jesus didn't do much. Yeah, I think a lot of players are low sixes, on this. I think that with the most positives being Saka and Marino.
yeah,
Oh dear, mate. But yeah, I think we just got to keep level-headed, see what happens in the next game. Kairat should be an easy win, but it would be good to win 8 out of 8 without too much stress, and then we move on in the Champions League, which we know. But I think
yeah,
for me, then the biggest game's Leeds. Obviously, we're playing midweek again because we're playing all the time, so that's the only thing factoring. Leeds are playing tonight. There's a couple of days extra rest for them, and then we go again on Saturday. I think we're playing, aren't we?
Oh, what against
I think
Leeds?
I'm just looking here for the
I'm not
fixtures.
sure.
But yeah, I think we're Saturday. Is it afternoon?
And then we've got
There we go.
Chelsea.
Yes, yeah. I'm just checking the times. Yeah, we're playing at 3 o'clock. Yeah, at Leeds. Is that Carabao Cup next,
Yeah,
or is that just? Oh, is that home? Like at home to Chelsea? I'm just trying to find the fixtures.
yes, Carabao. Yeah,
Do-do-do. So we've got. Yeah, no, you're right, mate. Yeah, no. So it's the cup game, the second leg,
yeah,
3-2 up. Confident? Yeah, Carabao Cup, 8 o'clock
yeah,
again. We've got a 1-0 lead. It's half time, isn't it? We at home
yeah,
we should dominate. I don't want that. I don't want them winning. No, move on. Going to the final versus City. Realistically,
Yeah,
we'll see what they analyse. I think so. Oh
yeah,
dear, bring it on, mate. Bring it absolutely on.
yeah, man.
But yeah. Any other thoughts or worries or woes or rants, mate?
Uh,
It's a bit of a delay, I think.
yeah, yeah. You've gone a bit glitchy. Yeah, you're right now.
Sorry.
What was I going to say? Eze, I want Eze to be better, man. Like when he comes on. Like, I'm
It's really
getting like
weird, isn't
other
it?
players are having off
Have we
games,
broken
but
him?
I don't know. I think we have.
Mm.
I was
It's
buzzing
bizarre. I
when we
mean, there's a
signed
few
him, and
concerns, and it's that position, isn't it?
yeah, but again, this is what I
Yeah.
read. I read today, like someone again moaning about Arteta making the wrong decisions and like going, why didn't he play Eze like from the beginning? I think it was a post moaning about Zubimendi and saying that about
Oh, really? Oh,
'cause
okay.
the wayward pass, and he did make a couple of bad passes, but so did the rest of the team. And then someone just said like, what I find it really hard to hold back from when sometimes I type them out and then like a response
Mm.
like. Eze's had
Yeah.
one good game, but he scored a hat trick against a really, really poor Tottenham. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was a really poor Tottenham, and that's all he's done.
Yeah.
Oh, and he assisted Martinelli, and
Mm.
that was really good. Then you thought he'd done that assist, and you thought, oh, brilliant! Like here we go, Eze. And then he gets a hat trick, and you think, great. And what's he done since then? He sat on the bench because he messed up Matty Cash against Aston Villa. Matty Cash
Yeah.
scored because he didn't track back,
In
and
defend, but
he's been sat on the bench ever since. Like, well,
yeah.
I don't want him to start because, and especially after what I saw
I'm,
yesterday, like walking with the ball, nah.
shocking.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
he
that's
played a lot of minutes. I mean, so Eze scored 4, assisted 2. So his other goal was Crystal Palace, wasn't it?
oh
But
yeah,
he's
yeah, the
played
little kung fu kick.
not a lot of minutes on here. That 977 minutes, but he's played. He has played a fair bit. But I feel sorry for Norgard. Like he'd be better off coming in and just seeing enough a game. Bless him. Like
Yeah,
you've got Zubimendi and Rice have played a lot of minutes. They're nearly coming just under 2,000 minutes. Odegaard's played about half of that, and Mikel Moreno's played about half of that as well. So yeah, they're sharing it, but there's going to be a time if Declan Rice was many get injured, we need got a Norgard to replace him, but you got to be careful. You got to be really bloody careful. And then when you're
yeah,
looking up front, Gyökeres has obviously played the majority, I think, up front. Saka, he I love Saka, but he hasn't been on it as he has been in previous seasons. I think he's obviously
no,
had a little niggle, little injury, but he's always trying. He always tries. He's always trying to do
yeah,
something, but he's just not. He's not the output's not great. He scored 4 and assisted
no,
3. He's not. He's not having an electric season um, at the moment, like compared, and
no.
that's what's frustrating with the top. I really want Havertz to come back, and he's not still 100%. And
I
like,
don't. Yeah, yeah. So what? He
it's like,
came
what are
back.
you talking
He's
about?
had a couple of minutes, like at the end of one game, and then or a couple of games, and then he's not even on the bench. I
No,
don't.
he's like managing load. When's he going to come
Yeah,
in? But we need him. We need him back. I think just to bit of experience in there, and just a different look, different view for us. But and even Trossard had a poor game, really.
yeah, he did.
And he's played a lot of minutes. But that's the thing. I think we just got to put a line under it, and then let's go again. I think
Yeah,
Kyrat will be give us a bit of a boost again
big
because
switch.
again,
I think
yeah,
big switch up.
100%. And I want and need Calafiori back as well because going forward, he's still the best. I think. Don't get me wrong. Nketiah was, he was trying, but he's
I
still
thought
just
he was
coming back,
really
isn't
good.
he?
He
Yeah,
was really positive yesterday.
yeah. You
I
see him
did
moving
keep an eye
forward.
on him, and he, yeah, I did. I enjoyed watching like what he was trying to do, and he played really positive yesterday.
Yeah,
When we were playing well, he was doing a lot of the work in there.
for sure. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And just shout out to Luca. Luca talks Dons. He's always supportive, always here, mate. Hey, and how you doing, mate? Luca, if you're about, mate, jump on, have a chat, have a rant if you want. I've just dropped the link at the top of the chat if you want to join in. Get a few words in and let us know your piece, mate. So it's one of those things. It's been a funny old weekend, isn't it? And we're here to hear people's voices if you want to get involved. I appreciate if not camera ready. It's not a problem at all. But otherwise, we're getting to that point where we're kind of winding down. We've had our little rants. We've talked about
Yeah.
next games. I mean, predictions, Alex, is the only thing I'd be interested to see your thoughts on. Obviously, we've got a heavily rotated, I reckon, side during the week. So, we should expect to win. But what do you think the score would be in Europe? Because we are pretty dominant.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, I think it should be really heavily rotated. I think it'd be like maybe a 2-0. I know they get smashed, that team, but yeah, because of how tight our team is, I don't want them to. I don't want them to push or do anything or get anyone injured or anything like that. I'd be happy with a 1-0 win, but I reckon we might win like 2-0.
Yeah. I think when you're thinking they're scored like in 7 matches, they've conceded 19. So you're looking at 2 to 3-0, isn't it? Like 2 to 3-0 would be, expected maybe, and just seeing it off. And then you got Leeds, who are a different beast. Obviously, we beat them 5-1. I think if we're at home and we're had a little bit of a rest of the other squad, and it'll be interesting to see kind of what lineup he goes for and how we react off the back of this, because they're going to go for it. We're looking a little bit like an injured animal at the moment, but I think we just need to kind of forget about it and switch on to the next one, because I think the Premier League is so much more important right now. Against the Champions League's it's not a worry right this second. We'll move on to, like you say, Chelsea after, but I see us 2-3-0 during the week. I think Leeds, I think they've got options, they've got good scorers there, and they've been scoring. So I'd like to think that maybe the 2 or 3-1 for us would be my maybe prediction there. I don't think we're gonna maybe get away with it. Do you remember like last season, like we couldn't not concede at the Emirates for a little bit, where we've been so lucky at the start, and now we've kind of we've conceded quite a few.
Quite a few now. Yeah,
Chelsea at the start of the season's gone.
Long gone.
We hoped at one point it was going to be all right, but now I think
we lost our 2 best defenders.
What we've conceded now, it must be on about 17, is it? Let's have a look. So we have scored.
Is it like 15?
42, conceded 17.
Oh, 17.
Yeah. So we're 2 past it with quite a few games to go. We did.
Yeah.
A big. You saw the difference in that as well, didn't you? But have you heard this one, Alex? So for the rest of the season, we've got 4. It's 15 games, 38 games, left to go. Yeah. And then, so we've got 4 games outside of London for the rest of the season. That's it. The rest of it is either in London or at home.
Well, don't know where he's gone. What's happened there? That went a bit funny on my stream. Doop. What's going on?
I don't know what's happening, mate.
Back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah.
Okay. That's really weird. My camera's just dropped out, the other one. So I'm here. I'm here on my webcam. Woo woo.
Yeah, you were going. You were a bit lagging, and then you went.
Yeah, weird. I've got that backup webcam, but the webcam is a bit too close. It's the only thing. So all good.
There's a little bit of feedback on it as well.
Oh, is there? I think it's because we've got that on there. Let me turn this down a little bit. But mate, I think with the technical issues, but bring it on.
So what you said
about it in our little group text. We'll hopefully get Josh and Vinny back soon, and then we'll have a proper positive podcast. I think next week, really, mate. If that sounds all right to you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, cool.
Should be good.
All right, buddy. But look, thanks for everyone who's watched in and chipped in. We'll play you out, and I'll catch you and I'll speak to you before you go, mate. All right, cheers, buddy. See you.
Listen